guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by if you're new here. If you are planning to build your pantry and you don't know where to start, what item to buy first, this video will help you to get what you need, and I'll show you my pantry, what I buy as a staple items and what item I keep. If you want to learn more, please continue to watch this video and we'll get started very shortly. I broke down by categories, so it will help you kind of figure out what to buy per category. And in that each category I add basic level and expert level. Basic level, it's pretty much one or two things that you use at all times, very frequently, almost on a daily basis. Or on a daily basis, and this is very simple ingredient that you use at all times, and I recommend to buy items from the basic level. If you're new, if you're just starting out, if you're on a budget, you don't want to spend all the money on an expert level, just buy the things that you usually use. On an expert level, it's more you kind of expand your pantry. You add more items there, more variety, so you will, when you go to your pantry, you have more variety to choose. It's kind of like a basic store and more expandable store where you have more variety. You can pick either, wild rice or regular rice or all other stuff, for example. So let's get started. My first category that I usually keep at all times in my pantry, it's oils and vinegars. Like I said, I have a basic and expert level. So for basic level, I usually keep my day-to-day oil, like a frying oil that I keep at all times. And of course, you don't have to buy exact ones, you just buy the one that you use on a daily basis. It can be different than what I use. So for my basic thing, I have vegetable oil. I have this huge jar from Walmart. Just a regular vegetable oil that I put like, I use it for like a frying things, deep frying things, so I keep this jar in my pantry. I also have this olive oil. Let's say if you prefer to use that over the vegetable oil, so you can keep that as your basic item. My other thing that I cook at all times, this is coconut oil. I'm actually trying to switch from this kind to this kind, but I still use 3 of the kind for now. And it's coconut oil. I buy this from BJ's. Again, just for, pick the one that you use on a daily basis. And for my vinegar, I would put on a basic category, just a white vinegar. I have this in a refill bottle because usually the vinegar comes in like huge jar. Usually put this in tiny, and I keep in my fridge. For more, like let's say you stock up on this and you want to go more deeper in a next level. So for oils, I would just maybe add to your pantry oils that you use on occasional, like maybe just for your salads or for pizza, or something that it's not on daily basis. For example, here I have avocado oil. that I just put for my salad. I don't deep fry them. I'm not frying with it, just strictly for my salads. And then I have ghee here. I have this forest and hard brand. Things that I cook and I use, but not on a daily basis. Like I don't eat salads daily. I don't cook with ghee daily. I use it frequently, but not as much. The other way to maybe think about basic and expert is things like with vegetable oil. I can still put, like, let's say if I won't have this, guys, I would still use vegetable oil for like salad, for deep frying. But let's say if I just have this tiny avocado oil, probably will be hard for me to deep fry with this because it has like that specific smell to it. So it's kind of like a limited to maybe a few dishes, versus this is kind of universal. So maybe if you want to think of a basic, it's more universal, then you can add to multiple dishes, versus expert that you can just limit to like a certain dishes. Let me show you what I have for my vinegar. So I also keep this balsamic vinegar, and I also have this other brand of balsamic vinegar. So I can probably use this for my cooking thing, but this I'll use for like salad or glaze things. So it's kind of like, you know, if I don't glaze, yeah, it will be not as pretty, but I can survive without it. So this is my first category. Let's move to my next category. That will be herb and spices, and I'll show you what I have for my basic and for my next level spices and herbs. So for this category, I keep probably obvious spices as my basic. It's the black pepper and salt. So I have this one from Costco, almost out. And I keep salt in this little jar. And I just refill it from the bigger bottle or box. So this is my basic. I keep that, or trying to stock on this too at all times. My other basic, it will be taco seasoning, because I do use taco seasoning pretty frequently. So I use this from Thrive Market. And I also have a chicken spice that I add when I cook chicken. I don't have it here. And I like to add garlic powder, and so this one is I use actually for the chicken. I have a little bag here. I buy it from the Spice House. And garlic, onion, and garlic and onion. I use this kind. And I have, I keep some of the spices I keep in this IKEA jars. So this one is garlic and toasted onion. So this spices that I put, the spices I put in my basic, just because I use it pretty much on a daily basis. Every time I cook chicken, I add my fried chicken seasoning. Every time I cook something, I add either toasted onion or garlic, and of course salt and pepper for the all meals. For next level spices, things that I don't use on a daily basis, probably it's more like a baking spices. I do have nutmeg, ground nutmeg here. This is from Tribe Market. I don't use it on a daily basis. I use it when I cook pumpkin pie or other pies that require this ingredient. Or bay leaves, you know, I keep it in this jar. So I do use it, but not on a daily basis because I don't cook recipes that require bay leaves on a daily basis. Or Italian herbs. So I keep it here, but you know, it's not as essential as, for example, salt or pepper. So that will be the spices, something that you needed for like you know, turkey on Thanksgiving Day, or when you know you're cooking pies or pumpkin pie, for example, you need a nutmeg, or you know, you're baking something for holidays and you need that spice or herb, but on a daily basis you don't need it. So something like that. So my next category will be sweeteners. So for my basic thing, I keep sugar, honey, and maple syrup. And for my next level, it's also will be probably for baking. It's more like the brown sugar, powdered sugar, or you know, like other sweeteners if you use those. I don't use sweeteners, but I know you might like stevia or agave, you know, other. Let me know in a comment what sweetener do you use. Do you use regular sugar or do you prefer the substitute? I trying to switch from regular sugar to coconut sugar, but I do keep both because for baking I use regular sugar, and for like, let's say my coffee, I do try to use coconut sugar. So that will be that category. Also my next category is condiments. For condiments, it's probably hard to choose the basic and next level. I would say pick 3 or 4 items that you use frequently. Let's say for my items, it will be probably mayo. I have mayo at all times. I have mustard. I have this kind, just a regular one. I do use ketchup. So will be ketchup, mayo, mustard, and maybe coconut. Not a coconut. I use coconut amino, but it's like a soy sauce. So that will be my basic thing that I use frequently. Like mayo, I put it sometimes in a salad, or when I cook some dinners. This I put like a condiments. And then coconut aminos or soy sauce I use for like my some of my dinner recipes. My next level probably will be something that I use but not on a daily basis. That will be the oyster sauce. I cook lo mein with that, or my hoisin sauce, my teriyaki sauce, and probably my buffalo ranch. I'm not a I don't eat a lot of condiments, but you know, if you are like condiments and you have like a lot of them, so probably pick 3 to 4 your basic that you cannot live without, and the rest put in your next level. So you know, once you done, you stock up on your basic, you can continue to go to the next level. And you know, if you have a lot, just pick maybe your 5 favorite from the next level category. So that will be the condiments, and the next one, next category will be cans and bottles. Alright, so in this category, it's also a little bit hard to keep basic and next level thing, but what I usually keep in my basic thing is any type of tomatoes. Like here I have diced tomatoes. I also have tomato paste, like a tomato sauce for my pasta. Those kind of things will be my basic, because you know, I cook pretty much on a daily basis with these cans. Maybe some vegetables like green beans or carrots. And then for my protein, I'll put sardines, or you know, whatever you prefer, tuna. And for anything next level, I'll probably add my like a pumpkin puree for my baking, or condensed milk. That's what I have. Any types of pie filling or soups. Maybe some other protein, like I have this Vienna sausage that I have, but I don't eat on a daily or weekly basis. I keep it and I eat on occasion. The other thing I like to keep in my pantry is a few bottles of water, just in case, you know, that we out of power or some bad weather happens. So I'd like to keep some water on hand as well. Let me know in the comments below, do you use cans? What other cans do you use? And what do you keep? The other can I forgot to mention, it's beans. So, and it can be in a can or dry beans that I keep as my basic thing. So let me know in the comments what cans do you usually stock on. Do you keep beans for your pantry? And do you use dry beans, or do you use canned beans? So the next thing here will be grains and pasta. I do keep rice and pasta for my pantry, and you know, the basic will be probably the rice, the regular rice that you use the most frequent, and pasta. For next level, you can either expand your variety. Let's say you can buy more variety of rice, like a brown, wild, basmati, etc. But buy the one that you will eat, you actually will consume. And for pasta, same way. I usually keep all kinds of pasta, like spaghetti, fettuccine, linguine, and some bow tie, ziti, and all other kinds. They also vary on, you know, what are they made from. Like they have a lentil pasta, they have a regular pasta. So just buy the one that you will eat and consume. So next thing, also pretty big category, it's a baking. Probably if you don't bake, you can skip that, but if you like to bake on occasion, or you're a frequent baker, so this category is pretty important. For my basic thing, I keep like a all-purpose flour, baking soda, yeast. For if I want to expand this category, I put like cake mixes, waffle or other mixes, pie filling. It can actually be, transferred from the can category to the baking category. So you can use both. You can use one ingredient for both. Different types of flour and all kinds of things. So if you are baking, let me know what you keep in your pantry. Will be interesting to see and check that out. That's all for like a main categories. The other categories probably you can add on as you mature and you build your basic pantry is nuts and seeds, any butter, like a nut butter, peanut butter or other kinds of butter, any type of dry fruit, like for example I have raisins here, and maybe you like all kinds of other fruits, fermented food like pickles, kimchi, if you like that, any type of snacks, drinks like coffee, tea, depending on what you like, and let me know in a comment if I miss anything that you stocking on and you have in your pantry that you think it's should be added to the basic. I want to know what you keep in your pantry. Leave comment below and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.